law that speaks to the power of image.
This is Law 37. Create compelling spectacles.
Okay.
Think Julius Caesar, who staged extravagant games and events
Right.
to captivate the Roman people.
Caesar was a master showman.
He was.
He understood that spectacle is a powerful tool
Yeah.
for shaping public opinion and reinforcing your authority.
By staging grand events
Yeah.
that appealed to people's emotions and desires,
Right.
he could distract them from their everyday concerns
Right.
and create a sense of awe and wonder.
It's like those grand political rallies
Right.
or those elaborate product launches we see today.
Exactly.
It's about creating a sense of excitement and anticipation, using spectacle to engage people on an emotional level.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's about understanding the power
Yeah.
of visual storytelling
Right.
and using it to create a lasting impression.
Okay, let's explore some laws that deal with strategy and long-term planning.
Okay.
Law 29. Plan all the way to the end
Interesting.
is a good one to start with.
Greene uses the story of Vasco Núñez de Balboa, who, as we know, discovered the Pacific Ocean,
Right.
but failed to anticipate the treachery of his rivals.
Balboa's downfall is a reminder
Yeah.
that even the most brilliant accomplishments can be undone by a lack of foresight.
It's about anticipating obstacles,
Right.
planning for contingencies,
Yeah.
and always thinking several steps ahead.
It's about having a plan B
Right.
and maybe even a plan C.
And being prepared to adjust your plans as circumstances change.
Exactly.
Because let's face it, rarely do things go exactly as we envisioned.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Flexibility and adaptability are crucial
Right.
for navigating the unpredictable waters of power dynamics.
Another law that emphasizes strategy
Okay.
is Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew.
What does that mean?
Remember Cardinal Richelieu?
Yes.
He was a master manipulator
Yeah.
who knew how to exploit the weaknesses of his rivals.
Richelieu understood that everyone has a vulnerability,
Right.
a pressure point that can be leveraged.
It sounds a bit Machiavellian, doesn't it?
It does.
But I think there's a valuable lesson here.
Yeah.
Even if we don't endorse Richelieu's methods,
Right.
it's about understanding the motivations and desires of those you're dealing with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that everyone has their own agenda,
Right.
their own fears and aspirations.
Right.
And sometimes to achieve your own goals,
Yeah.
you need to understand what drives the people around you.
Okay, let's delve into a few laws that focus on social intelligence
Okay.
and adapting to different situations.
Yeah.
Law 38, think as you like, but behave like others,
Interesting.
is an intriguing one.
Yeah.
Greene used the example of the Athenian general Alcibiades,
Okay.
who infiltrated Sparta
Wow.
by adopting their customs,
Okay.
even though he didn't necessarily agree with them.
Alcibiades understood that to gain acceptance and influence,
Right.
you sometimes need to blend in
Yeah.
to adapt your behavior to the social norms
Yeah.
of the group you're trying to infiltrate.
It's not about being fake or inauthentic,
Right.
but rather about recognizing
Yeah.
that social chameleonism can be a strategic tool for gaining access to power.
It's about recognizing that sometimes you need to play the game to achieve your goals.
Another law that speaks to social intelligence
Yeah.
is Law 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others.
Okay.
Greene uses the example of the Chinese strategist Zhuge Liang,
Okay.
who won over a rebellious tribe
Yeah.
through a combination of kindness, generosity,
Mm-hmm.
and strategic displays of power.
Zhuge Liang understood that true power
Yeah.
comes not just from force or coercion,
Right.
but from winning over the hearts and minds of
Yeah.
those you seek to lead.
He appealed to both their emotions
Right.
and their rational self-interest, forging a lasting alliance
Yeah.
based on mutual respect and understanding.
It's a valuable reminder that influence is often more effective than coercion.
It's true.
Yeah.
And that building trust and rapport is essential for lasting success.
It's about recognizing that people are more likely to follow someone they respect and admire
Yeah.
rather than someone they fear.
Exactly.
Leadership that's based on inspiration
Right.
and shared values
Mhm.
is far more enduring than leadership that's based on fear or intimidation.
Okay. Let's explore some laws
Yeah.
that deal with self-improvement and personal growth.
Okay.
Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes
Interesting.
is a powerful one.
Yeah.
Greene uses the example of Alexander the Great,
Right.
who refused to live in the shadow of his father, Philip of Macedon.
Alexander understood that to achieve true greatness,
Right.
you need to forge your own path.
Yeah.
to create your own legacy, rather than simply trying to emulate those who came before you.
It's about recognizing your own unique talents and abilities and using them to make your mark on the world.
It's about embracing your individuality and not being afraid to step outside the shadow of those who came before you.
Another law that emphasizes self-improvement is Law 46. Never appear too perfect.
Right.
Remember those con men who tricked J.P. Morgan?
Yeah.
They deliberately revealed a flaw,
Yeah.
which made them seem more human and relatable.
It's a reminder that sometimes revealing a vulnerability can actually enhance your influence.
Interesting.
Perfection can be intimidating and alienating.
Right.
By showing a little imperfection, you make yourself seem more approachable and trustworthy.
Think about those leaders or public figures who are perceived as authentic and relatable.
Right.
They're often those who are willing to show their human side, their imperfections, and their vulnerabilities.
It's like that saying, to err is human.
Exactly.
People are more likely to connect with someone who seems real and relatable rather than someone who appears flawless and untouchable.
Exactly.
It's about striking a balance. Between projecting confidence and competence while also allowing your human side to shine through.
Okay, let's delve into some laws that deal with timing
Okay.
and knowing when to act.
Got it.
Law 35. Master the art of timing is a crucial one.
Yeah.
Greene uses the example of the French statesman Talleyrand,
who
skillfully navigated the turbulent political landscape by carefully choosing his moments to act.
Talleyrand understood that timing is everything in the game of power. He waited for the opportune moment to make his moves. Never rushing into action, but always ready to seize the right opportunity.
Think about it this way. Have you ever jumped into a situation too quickly, only to regret it later? Sometimes the best course of action is to wait, to observe, and to strike when the iron is hot.
It's like that saying, patience is a virtue.
Exactly.
Sometimes the most strategic move is to wait for the right moment rather than forcing things to happen prematurely.
Impulsiveness can be a liability in the realm of power. The ability to wait, to bide your time, and to act decisively at the right moment is essential for success.
Absolutely.
Another law that speaks to timing is Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, learn when to stop.
Oh, interesting.
Greene tells the story of the Athenian general Pausanias, who became arrogant after a series of victories leading to his downfall.
Pausanias' story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of hubris and overreaching. He allowed his early successes to go to his head, failing to recognize when it was time to consolidate his gains and step back.
Think about it this way. Have you ever achieved a goal but then pushed things too far? Ultimately jeopardizing your success.
It's a reminder to celebrate your victories, to enjoy the fruits of labor, but also to recognize when it's time to move on to the next challenge. Knowing when to quit while you're ahead is a crucial skill for anyone who seeks to maintain their power and influence over the long term.
Okay, let's delve into a few laws that focus on social dynamics and understanding group psychology. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Which is a classic military tactic. Greene tells the story of Julius Caesar, who effectively neutralized his enemies by targeting their leaders.
Caesar understood that groups are often held together by the strength and charisma of their leaders. By removing the head, he could effectively dismantle the entire organization. Now, again, we're not advocating for violence or aggression.
Of course.
But think about this principle in a metaphorical sense. Have you ever been part of a team or an organization where the leader's absence or ineffectiveness led to chaos and disarray?
It's a reminder that leadership is crucial for maintaining order and direction within any group.
Exactly. And it's a reminder that sometimes the most effective way to dismantle a group or an organization is to target its leadership rather than trying to combat its individual members.
Another law that explores group psychology is Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect.
Oh, interesting.
Greene uses the story of Alcibiades, who infiltrated Sparta by mimicking their customs.
Alcibiades understood the power of mirroring.
Right.
By reflecting back to people their own beliefs and behaviors.
Yeah.
He could disarm them and gain their trust.
It's a tactic that can be used in everyday interactions as well.
Right.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed how people tend to warm up?
Yeah.
To those who are similar to them?
Mm-hmm.
Who share their values and interests?
It's like that saying, birds of a feather flock together.
Exactly.
And sometimes to build rapport and influence others, it can be helpful to strategically mirror their behavior, their language, even their way of thinking.
Okay, let's explore a few laws.
Yeah.
That focus on adapting to changing circumstances.
Okay.
And maintaining your power in the face of adversity. Law 45. Preach the need for change.
Right.
But never reform too much at once.
Right.
Is a lesson that many leaders have learned the hard way.
Yeah.
Greene uses the example of Henry VIII.
Okay.
Whose radical religious reforms created widespread unrest.
Henry VIII's reign demonstrates that while change is often necessary, too much change too quickly can be destabilizing.
Right.
He failed to account for the deep-seated resistance to his reforms, ultimately undermining his own authority.
Think about it this way.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to implement a change too quickly?
Right.
Only to encounter resistance and pushback.
It's a reminder that change is often best implemented gradually, allowing people time to adjust. And to buy into the new vision, successful leaders understand that change must be implemented strategically with sensitivity to the anxieties and traditions of those affected.
Another law that emphasizes adaptation is Law 48. Assume formlessness.
Interesting.
Greene uses the example of Sun Tzu, who advocated for adapting your tactics to the ever-changing circumstances of war.
Sun Tzu understood that rigidity is a weakness to succeed in any conflict. You need to be adaptable, able to shift your approach as circumstances demand.
Think about it.
Okay.
Have you ever encountered a situation where your initial plan wasn't working?
Yeah, for sure.
Did you have the flexibility to adjust your approach? And find a new path to success?
It's about being like water,
Exactly.
Flowing around obstacles, adapting to the shape of the container, always finding a way forward.
In the game of power, those who can adapt, who can remain fluid and formless, are ultimately the ones who will prevail.
Agreed.
Now, let's delve into a few more of those intriguing examples from history to see these laws in action.
I'm always fascinated by the historical figures Greene chooses to highlight these timeless principles.
Well, first up is the story of the Borgias, a powerful Renaissance family known for their ruthlessness and cunning.
Wow.
Greene argues that their rise to power stemmed from their mastery of deception, manipulation, and strategic violence.
The Borgias were master players in the game of power. They understood that in a world of shifting alliances and relentless ambition, you needed to be willing to use whatever means necessary to achieve your objectives.
Their story is a reminder that the pursuit of power can be a dangerous game.
It can.
And that those who play it must be prepared to make difficult choices.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
And it's a reminder that the line between good and evil can be blurry when it comes to power dynamics.
Next, we have the story of Niccolo Machiavelli.
Okay.
The author. The author of The Prince. His insights into the nature of power remain relevant today, even centuries later.
Machiavelli was a keen observer of human nature. He understood that power is often a brutal game. And that those who seek to wield it must be willing to set aside morality and sentimentality in pursuit of their goals.
His work offers a stark reminder.
It does.
That the pursuit of power often requires a pragmatic approach. One that's not always aligned with our ideals or ethical principles.
It's a challenging perspective.
It is.
But one that's important to consider.
Now let's shift our focus to a few more contemporary examples. To see how these laws play out in the modern world.
I'm curious to see how these ancient principles apply to the complexities of 21st century life.
Well, first up is the story of Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple. His vision, his pursuit of perfection, and his mastery of marketing and branding are legendary.
Jobs was a master storyteller.
He was.
He understood that people are drawn to products that offer more than just functionality. They want to be part of a story, to feel a sense of connection and belonging.
And he was a master of creating that sense of connection through his products and his brand.
He also understood the importance of controlling the narrative, of carefully crafting the public perception of his company and its products.
Absolutely.
Jobs was a master manipulator of image and perception. And his success is a testament to the power of branding and marketing in the modern world.
Next, we have the story of Oprah Winfrey.
Okay.
The media mogul who built an empire.
Wow.
On her ability to connect with people on an emotional level.
Oprah's success is a testament to the power of empathy and authenticity. She has a remarkable ability to make people feel seen and heard, to create a sense of shared experience and understanding. And she's used that ability to build a loyal following and a powerful brand.
She also understands the importance of building a personal brand, of cultivating a public persona that resonates with her audience.
Absolutely. Oprah has carefully crafted her image as a relatable and trustworthy figure. Someone who embodies the values of hard work, resilience, and compassion.
Okay, let's shift our focus to the world of politics.
Politics is perhaps the most obvious realm.
It is.
Where these laws of power are constantly at play, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
It's a game of strategy, manipulation, and image management.
Let's see what Greene has to say about how these principles have shaped the political landscape.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Well, first up is the story of John F. Kennedy.
Okay.
Known for his youthful energy, his inspiring rhetoric, and his ability to project an image of hope and optimism. Kennedy understood the power of symbolism. He carefully cultivated his image as a youthful and vigorous leader, embodying the hopes and dreams of a nation on the cusp of change.
He also understood the importance of storytelling, of crafting a narrative that resonated with the American public.
Absolutely. Kennedy's speeches were masterful examples of rhetoric, blending idealism with pragmatism, appealing to both the hearts and minds of his listeners.
Next, we have the story of Margaret Thatcher, the formidable British Prime Minister, known for her steely resolve and her unwavering commitment to her principles.
Thatcher was a master of wielding power.
She was.
She was unafraid to make tough decisions, to stand up to her opponents, and to project an image of strength and determination.
She also understood the importance of controlling the narrative, of framing issues in a way that benefited her agenda.
Absolutely. Thatcher was a master of rhetoric and persuasion, able to sway public opinion and win support for her policies.
Okay, let's shift our focus to the world of business.
The business world is another arena.
It is.
Where power dynamics are constantly at play, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
It's a game of competition, negotiation, and strategic maneuvering.
Let's see what Greene has to say about how these principles have shaped the business landscape.
Okay, let's do it.
Well, first up is the story of Bill Gates, who revolutionized the computer industry. His technological innovation, his shrewd business acumen, and his relentless drive to succeed are legendary.
Gates is a fascinating example of how intelligence, ambition, and a willingness to take risks can lead to immense power and influence. He understood that the tech industry was in its infancy, and he seized the opportunity to shape its future.
He also understood the importance of building a strong team, of surrounding himself with talented individuals who could help him achieve his goals.
Absolutely. Gates was a master of delegation and collaboration, able to leverage the skills and expertise of others to build a global empire.
Next, we have the story of Warren Buffett, the legendary investor who has amassed a vast fortune through his patient and disciplined approach to investing.
Buffett's success is a testament to the power of long-term thinking. He understood that wealth is built over time through careful planning, disciplined investing, and a willingness to ride out market fluctuations.
He also understood the importance of reputation and integrity.
Absolutely.
Of building a track record of success and trustworthiness.
Buffett's reputation as a shrewd and ethical investor has been crucial to his success.
Now let's shift our focus to the world of entertainment and popular culture.
The entertainment industry is another fascinating arena.
It is.
Where power dynamics are constantly at play, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
It's a world of image, fame, and fierce competition.
Let's see what Greene has to say about how these principles have shaped the world of entertainment. Well, First up is the story of Madonna.
Oh.
The pop icon who has reinvented herself countless times throughout her career.
Yeah.
Pushed boundaries, challenging conventions,
right,
and maintaining her relevance for over 4 decades.
Madonna is a master of self-promotion and image manipulation.
She is.
She understands that in the fickle world of pop culture, you need to constantly evolve and adapt to stay ahead of the curve.
She also understands the power of controversy.
Right.
Of using shock and propagation to generate buzz and keep people talking about her.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Madonna has never been afraid to push boundaries.
Right.
To challenge the status quo.
Yeah.
And to use controversy to her advantage.
Next, we have the story of Beyoncé.
Okay.
Who has built a global empire.
Right.
On her talent, her work ethic, and her carefully cultivated image as a strong and independent woman.
Beyoncé's success is a testament to the power of hard work.
It is.
Dedication and strategic branding.
She has carefully crafted her image as a role model for women.
Right.
Embodying the values of empowerment, self-reliance, and artistic excellence.
She also understands the importance of controlling the narrative, of carefully managing her public image, and using her platform to promote her own vision.
Absolutely.
Beyoncé is a master of using her fame and influence to promote her own message, to control her own story, and to shape the public perception of her brand.
Okay, let's shift our focus to the world of sports.
The world of sports is another fascinating arena where power dynamics are constantly at play, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
It's a world of intense competition where athletes push themselves to their limits in pursuit of victory and glory.
And often the difference between winning and losing can come down to mental toughness, strategy, and the ability to outmaneuver your opponent.
Let's see what Greene has to say about how these principles have shaped the world of sports.
Well, first up is the story of Michael Jordan. Widely considered to be one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Jordan was a fierce competitor.
He was.
He had an almost superhuman drive to succeed.
Right.
And he never let up, even in the face of adversity.
He also understood the importance of mental toughness. Of staying focused and composed under pressure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jordan was a master of controlling his emotions, of channeling his intensity into peak performance.
Next, we have the story of Serena Williams. Who has dominated the sport of tennis for over 2 decades.
Serena is a force of nature.
She is.
She combines incredible athleticism with mental toughness. And an unwavering belief in her own abilities.
She also understands the importance of using her platform to advocate for social justice and to inspire others to pursue their dreams.
Absolutely. Serena is a role model for women and girls around the world. Demonstrating that with hard work. Dedication, and a belief in yourself, anything is possible.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the 48 laws of power, what final provocative thought can we leave our listeners with?
Well, you know, Greene argues that the most powerful people are those who are adaptable. And understand the fluidity of power. He cautions against becoming too rigid or predictable in your approach.
It's about being able to read the room. Adapt to changing circumstances. And be willing to shift your strategy as needed.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Into the intricacies of power dynamics.
I've really enjoyed this conversation.
And remember, power, like many things in life, is a tool.
It is.
It can be used for good or for ill. It's up to us to wield it wisely. Ethically. And with a deep understanding of its complexies. Thanks for listening.